So I don't know what date it is, Thursday, and it is a handful of days after the Women's March, and I'm sure like many people, there's a build up to coming together and excitement of connecting with people and feeling just the strength of people coming together and believing that we can make a difference. And then we go home. And we get into our little worlds, and every day is really just hard taking care of ourselves. And if you have family, it's difficult. And then you hear media and news that just pounds us down more. And I was sitting this morning thinking of just the last couple days for myself, but I'm filled with so much hope still. Like every day, I really feel so passionate that we can make a difference. And crazily, it is just truly through connecting and spreading love. And I have come to believe that the only way to conquer hate and what is going on is through connection. So I'm going to take some time with this live. They make me, again, I share that they make me uncomfortable and nervous, but one of the things I really have learned, and we hear all the time, is we have to be uncomfortable to get out of our own way and to grow and change. So you can see behind me, I've just got lots. I've got packing up to do from the march, and actually, yeah. And then I've got rocks that I mean, these have been sitting here for quite a while. I haven't cleaned up because my intention is to sit down and do them. Look at this. I even have some wine that I haven't opened that I could have with the painting rocks. But I just have been feeling overwhelmed, trying to just share some imagery from what happened this weekend. And then I got in a car accident 2 nights ago, and that turned things upside down for productivity for myself, because I just sat on that side of a road with a friend who came to help me after my husband came to rescue my son and take out as much spread love boxes as possible out of the car, and we waited for a tow truck. And then yesterday, just things kept piling up, of course, because I was having to deal with a car accident. But I saw someone yesterday, like I actually believed that it was okay. Like I didn't come away from it totally devastated, and I was grateful for being able to have a family that could help absorb it. I'm okay. We are not hurt very badly. And this morning, as I was doing work trying to collect images and communicate and market the Spread Love, because I really, really know after a year of doing it that there's so much more work to do. And it's really hard to convey the why, because I've been experiencing it. And so trying to convey why it's really important and why I believe there's more growth and why I need more people to join the movement. As I was doing all of that, a message popped up that my friend Thenmeeth Sati, my arm's getting tired. I got to figure out how to put this down. I just actually wanted to show you my mess. There's more. We'll just go in here. I'll sit down. But we'll get to walk by. Look at this. That's one of my favorite pictures from South Sudan. Now let's talk about struggle and hope and people who keep fighting. There's a lot going on in the world that is a lot harder than what we put up with, and people get up every single day and keep fighting for better. And in South Sudan, freedom and just independence and equal rights, that is happening there, but under the gun of warfare. So anyway, welcome to my other mess. It's all behind me. But the whole point was, okay, I'm going to try to sit down and find a place to put this, that something popped up in my feed from Thenmeeth, and she's an incredible friend of mine. She's a family physician, and she did a TEDx talk. She does integrative medicine, mind-body medicine, and just is an incredible individual. And she did a TEDx talk that you should Google for Seattle, that's on gratitude. And it really made me realize in the last... oh no, you don't want to see more mess. Okay, I'll get to the point. Yesterday, I did stop by a woman. I had a meeting. Super excited about this woman, the co-owner of New Restaurant in Seattle. It's an incredible restaurant serving street food from all over the world. So if you haven't traveled all over the world, you can go to this restaurant. But Yuan wanted to meet with me because she is excited about taking on spreading the Vietnamese translation signs all over the country, and raising money for a great organization that would really benefit from her work. And when I sat down with her, it had been a crazy day. I was late. She sent an email to me and she said, "Are we still on?" And I was 15 minutes. I'd missed it. My son had a dentist appointment. My other son went to school late because he wasn't feeling well from the accident. But I showed up. I didn't want to cancel. And I apologized when I walked in and just said I had a car accident. And then we started talking. And she said, "Tara, you are one of the most happy people or nonplussed people I've ever met from a car accident." And I shared with her why. Like, there was so many good things that I realized once the accident happened. I didn't have control over the accident happening or the outcome, and I don't have control over what's going to happen with my vehicle. But I was so grateful to be with my son, and actually he's 15, and it impacted him in a way that he's about to drive, and it really rattled him to see how quickly things could happen. I mean, there were multiple things. That's a really minor example. But I saw so much support and kindness rise up to meet me and to make sure I was okay. And then I met with people that I wouldn't have crossed paths with had it not been an accident. And then, yeah, just processing it with people, it made me slow down to take on, I can't even explain it. But I had an accident, and it ended up being a good thing, even though I'm still dealing with it and I don't want to have to get a new car. I'm pretty sure the car is totaled. But the point being is, we all get really tired in our day. Life is super difficult, and clearly, you know, it's much more difficult when you have a diagnosis of disease, or you have family that is, you know, being torn apart, or you know, there's so many different ways to have strife and difficulty in your life that seems insurmountable. And every day we're coming up against it just in our connections with people. So going back to the beginning of what I was talking about is, after the march, everyone comes together, but it's like a hangover afterwards. Like, what do we do? And I heard from people that said, asked me how the day was. And for me, it was amazing. It was truly incredible to have so many people coming up, and we had a line backed up at the table, and I had incredible people helping me that I have either met because of Spread Love, like a woman that I'd met a year ago, Susan Finnegan, and this woman, Megan, were there helping me, and I got to know them because of Spread Love, and another woman, MC Horrigan, that I've gotten to know better. These connections have gotten strengthened because of this campaign. But then to see lines of people wanting to take a stand for humanity and be a part of the Spread Love movement, it was really uplifting. And it made me realize that all the hard work and difficulties of the last year, it's adding up to something. And it's not there yet, but it can continue to grow if we work hard. So coming off of the Women's March, I'm just sharing that when we're down, or you're feeling like people said that they were there and it was a little bit disheartening because they were so excited and it was wonderful to be amongst people, but it felt similar to the year before. And then we had a year where it felt like nothing moved forward, but we were moving a lot of steps backwards, and then we kind of shut down and don't know what to do. So I swear to God, it's not rocket science. It's love and connection and Spread Love. It's the weirdest thing, but if you just want to join the movement or just take on a new way of connecting with people, put yourself out there with something that speaks from your heart that you think it may connect me to someone new, or I've been wanting to go work in this, there's a message coming in, sorry. In this, like, whether it's volunteering, you will start connecting with new people. It might be going and sitting in a knitting shop and starting to knit some kind of hat for next year. It could be another pink pussy hat, or you could create the new next hat. But in that community of the knitting shop, you will meet people, and those people will connect you with new people, and it uplifts you. So, if nothing else, if you're feeling down and you're not sure what to do, check out Thenmith Sethi, Dr. Sati MD, her website, and follow Practicing Gratitude. Just, I don't know what's motivating me to share this, except for so much greatness can continue to happen following a march, whether it's coming together again for another march. But really, I said this last year, it's not about one march. It's about the days after and the months after. And I know that sounds ridiculous and it sounds unfathomable, or you can't see through to next week or in 6 months because of not just what's going on in our country, but what's going on in your own life. But I'm a little witness. I didn't plan on doing this for a year, but I feel so grateful for all that I was given in this past year through connection and putting myself out there and just, selling shirts or hoodies or hats, or meeting new people and finding out how I could get involved or learn more about climate justice or Black Lives Matters. There's so many ways to get involved that will take you out of the harsh places that we get to. So practicing gratitude and being grateful for the things that are difficult in our lives. That is what Athenmi Sati really is the core of her practice. And so I'm just sharing that today. It's all about connection, and I'll just try to keep putting myself out there in these uncomfortable ways. And thank you, Sharon, for listening to me ramble on. I've got one person. There's someone else, but I can't tell because I don't know how this even works. Maybe I can click on it. I have no idea. But I just hope that hearing me be uncomfortable and realizing that I've come much further than I ever anticipated, and I continue to grow and learn and meet people and feel strength when I need it, and finding the little happiness in life in moments when it's not so, it's really hard. We don't always have control over those things that are hard. What we have control over is how we move through them, react to them. And for me, it is about being grateful for the things that are difficult in my life and spreading love so I can continue to grow as a person, meet incredible people, learn, and broaden my knowledge so my decisions are not based solely on my one experience. That's it. That was a long one. Thanks for hanging in there with me. And check out Dr. Sati MD. It is the best thing you could do for 2017. I promise you. Or just look up. She's got a website, but there's also TEDx Seattle. So look at her TEDx. Do that in the next month, week, day. I promise you it'll give you something new to think about and could be just what you need for 2018 to start it off right. And you can also just keep joining the movement and spreading it. Together we rise, and we are so much stronger together. And that's it. Have a great day.